just mocking that left inner wing, and it looks different to that one. I think I've put that in the wrong place. So we're trying to get the front panel back on, and that front panel is unbelievably awkward to get on. So I'm stopping there now. I'm going to buy another one of those. I'm going to cut that off. I think I've got it in wrong spot, because when I put that up against that, that looks really nice, and it comes to an angle where the front panel just sits there right underneath it. Right, so I've had the bonnet on. That wing's in a good spot. That wing isn't. So if you look at the wings, that one's stuck up in air, that one's facing down. So I bought another one. I'm going to cut that off and start again. Suppose you live and you learn, don't you? Right, got that off. Probably a good job. Probably a good job I bought one. So I had to destroy that to get it off. Oh well. Right, start again. I don't know if anybody else struggles, but those front panels are awful to try and get on, especially on your own, so I had to get the lads to help me. Now what I'm looking at now, I'm gonna cut a little bit off. I'm not gonna cut it all off, because obviously I want to cut it down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut that corner off, because I can't, that's in the way. So I just want to cut that little corner off there, just like I did with that, just to get it round. I've just clamped that into place there. That'll need tapping round that thing there. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be touching, but there's nothing for it to touch. You can see how that one's pulling round as well. So I'm almost sure that's supposed to touch there. All I need to do is just get that other wing lined up in a wing, and we'll take it from there. I was doing this the first time, and for some reason I took it off, and I was supposed to put the bonnet on, and I didn't. So that's the reason why I failed it. But we start again. So I'm gonna get the inner wing on with the mounts on, and then just take it from there. And just cut them as they are, get the bonnet on, see if I can line it up to that scuttle panel. I've had the bonnet on, but I think I've got those hinges in the wrong spot. I'm going to put the old hinges back on, and if the old hinges don't match up, then I've got the wings in the bonnet in the wrong spot. So if you look, I've put the hinges on that one, but I'm thinking if I put them on the back one, it'll move the forward. So I can't even speak. So if I move them onto the back one, it'll move that bonnet back. Because at the moment, I may have shown it on camera, I can't remember. So on the back one, the bonnet's here. So if I move it to the back one, it should bring it up here, and then I can move the bonnet backwards and forwards on there. That's in my head, that makes sense. So let's see if it actually works. I just thought I'd say, when I was taking that scuttle off and putting the scuttle, moving the hinges and putting the bonnet on, blah blah, all that rubbish, I've changed camera. I'm now on a Hero 10 GoPro, prior to that I was filming off a GoPro 3, so hopefully the quality of the video should improve, fingers crossed. So what I'm doing, I put the bonnet on in an episode, I think it might have been, I don't know, either this one that's coming out or the one prior to that, and I put the bonnet hinges in the wrong spot, and I've been racking my brain thinking, what have I done wrong? So I've moved the bonnet hinges, and I've put the bonnet back on, and it's quite good at the back. I probably need to move the bonnet back a bit, but I've just put it on, and then I can get these inner wings in, and then I might just bring a wing out to see what the wing looks like on it, you know, just like a little test panel, a little mock-up, if you know what I mean. Oh, hello. So I want to just mock it up and see what it looks like. This front end's not as easy as what I thought it were, but hopefully I'll sort it. That's all I'm interested in, is sorting it and getting it all right. I don't think I'm going to get it 100% perfect, but I'll do my very best. So I've just got to get on with trying to get this inner wings in. I've got that on there now. It looks okay, doesn't it? I think. The only trouble is that I think I'm going to have to just shave a bit of the inner wing off. That inner wing obviously has to come in line with that, because the gap here, it won't push in to the, so obviously it needs to go in that way a bit, doesn't it? I've only got that tape on just to hold it there. So there's a bit of fettling to do, but that front end's not bad. I just need to push that back end up, and I don't think, because of that there, I think it needs to just come off a little bit to push that, just like it's, I've still got to play around, because obviously that wing won't push in there due to that line. I don't have enough clamps to put the other wing on. I might just get the other wing and have a look at that before I call it a day. But that's where we are. That bonnet's in a good spot. Probably just needs to go back a little bit. The only thing I've noticed as well is that these bonnet catches, that's too long to go in there. And I've looked at my old bonnet hinge and somebody's cut it down, but I'm going to take that off anyway and put the other one on. Just look in there. It's not bad, you know. I don't mind that. That's not bad, that. But I bet we put that bonnet down and it won't fit, because if you look where that bonnet lies there, and where there's a massive gap, but like I said, that needs to come in. That needs to come out, that inner wing, yeah, and that needs to come in. But this is just a trial to see where it fits, where it sits, should I say. That's not where it's going to be. There are some areas that are really, really good, and then there's some areas that are really, really bad. Let me just have a, let me show you what I'm talking about. So that's really good. Probably wants to come forward. That needs to push in a little bit, but that side's really good. But then that needs to come out that way, and that needs to push in there. There's a massive gap there, and then there's a massive gap here. So I've got a lot of I'll just fall over. I've got a lot of manipulating to do. The bonnet looked really good at back, but I bet if I put that bonnet down, it's not going to match up to wings. I need to bring those wings in a little bit. The only thing I've got to do is not damage these wings. If I'm trying to either push it in, I've got to push it in, because that's in the spot where it came from. So I've got that wing's got to come in, but I've got to make sure that I don't damage that. Same with that. I don't want to put any creases in these wings, because these wings are dent free. The bonnet is, well, there's a little dent in that corner, isn't there? I haven't cut that scuttle. I haven't done anything. All I've done is put it all on. Right, I'm going to leave that video there with just everything tried on. I'm going to do things a little bit different. So if you like my video, can you give us a thumbs up? If you didn't like my video, give us a thumbs down. And also, if you want to comment or tell me if I'm doing something wrong, tell me if I'm doing something right, whether you think I'm doing a good job, a bad job, it doesn't matter. You know, it's all good stuff for me. If you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. You know, I'm not even halfway through the build yet, and I'm going to carry on posting until I've actually painted the car, refit it, and hopefully the thing will run again. And if you notice, I've fixed the flashing light as well. All it were a bit of a setting. I went on Google and Googled it. The thing was bloody flashing everywhere. So that's sorted. So at least I've done that. You never know what you're doing when you first use it. So see you on the next one.